Greetings, hello, salutations, unoptimized fool from the closet. Thank you so much for being here. I want to talk about Dragonflight. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Dragonflight when War Within's out. Now, what's up with that? Now, someone was leveling a character through Dragonflight. Now, as you know, Dragonflight is a new player experience. So when you go from, you do the new intro isles from 1 to 10, you go to Stormwind, and then you're basically, if you're a new character, forced to go through Dragonflight, and of course you can pick through Chromie Time if it's not your first rodeo. Now, if you go through Dragonflight, there has been undocumented change. Now, what's that about? You have 5 different blessings, all have to do with different things, right? There's some that give you more health regen, and basically these 5 buffs to make it a lot easier for players going through Dragonflight. But there's a thing though, there's one that for the ruby one, the red one, you are unable to die in the dragon lands, in the dragon isles, excuse me. So that means that you are unable to die. This buff gives you it basically gives you invincibility inside the Dragon Isles. Now, this person discovered it when they didn't die when they were supposed to in the Dragon Isles, and there's 5 hidden buffs associated with your character every time you enter the Dragon Isles. So that means that it's impossible for you to die, your health regen's increased, your armor's increased. You have 5 different blessings, making the content super easy. Now, Blizzard didn't tell us about this. They just pushed it in and kind of was a little bit hush-hush about this. I mean, I can see why they didn't really tell us, because this seems like they're trying to make Dragonflight one of the easiest expansions to level through. And it makes me wonder, okay, so since Dragonflight is now the new player experience, was Blizzard concerned that Dragonflight was going to be too hard for players to go through, or they wanted the easiest experience? But I don't think this is a good idea, Blizzard, because players who are new or going through Dragonflight, they're forced to. They can't even go through anything else. They're going to probably end up dying, and all of a sudden they're going to be hitting something, all of a sudden their health is going to go boop, or they're not at all. Like, they're just not going to die, right? So then they're going to put themselves in more and more dangerous situations and keep getting away with it, which means it builds the confidence level of someone who thinks they're really good. And then the minute they hit 70, they're going to go to they're going to go to the War Within Islands, and then boom, reality sits in. Those buffs that are hard to even see go away. All of a sudden, this content's a lot harder. What's going on? War Within is so much harder. No, it's because Dragonflight content was super, super nerfed. It's just like when you first go into like a multiplayer shooter or a multiplayer MOBA. They're like, oh, here, do some training games, and you play against bots, and the bots are terrible, right? So the first 3 games of any new game that you play, this sometimes goes for first-person shooters, third-person shooters, and MOBAs. You're destroying people. You're like, yeah, this game's pretty easy, not bad. And then you go into a game with real people, and you get absolutely destroyed. I don't like those systems because, again, it builds up. I like teaching players how to play, yeah. But the problem is that when you have 3 games of just pure, like, oh yeah, you're the best person in the world at this game right now, it builds that false confidence that you're going to be having a good time in game 4. In reality, you're going to get slapped around and you're not going to be used to it. You're going to be like, what did I do wrong? So I think this is kind of this situation. I mean, again, we've seen the move towards WoW being a super casual MMO. I also have another video coming out today talking about some of the nerfs to a certain world event that also kind of indicate that, yeah, us players who do the news, we talk about the news, I make the news, we're super into it. I would say we're super hardcore about the game, and of course it's going to be easier. Now, obviously, the super casual player isn't going to be the best at the game. But yeah, I just wanted to report on that. That's crazy. I think Blizzard is making Dragonflight super easy for the casuals to go through Dragonflight. Maybe there was a lot of complaints about Battle for Azeroth, because remember, Battle for Azeroth was the new player experience beforehand, and to my knowledge, it did not have a system like that. But yeah, I want to hear your opinions about this. Do you think this is a bad system, a good system? I think it's teaching players a false sense of security, and then once they get into War Within, they're going to get slapped around, which I feel bad for them, because it's going to take them a while to level up. But anyway, guys, Unoptimized Fool from the closet, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.